location, where the server is physically located. For 9 out of 10 people trading online, this doesn't really matter. You're trading internationally, and where your server is doesn't really come into it. But for some people, it can be a very important consideration. For example, if you run a website for an offline business and most of your customers are local, then it makes sense to have a web server, if not locally in the same town, certainly within the same country, simply because you can then avoid currency fluctuations because the bills will be in your local currency. And then there are the legal issues. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but do bear in mind that every country is different. There are some things that are perfectly legal to do in your home country that might get you sent to jail if you do them somewhere else. Now, if you have your web hosting in a different country to the one where you live or where your business is based, you need to make sure that your website complies with the laws in both countries. Now, for most people, this isn't an issue at all. But if your website is on what might be considered a contentious subject, for example, you have an online gaming site or an adult website, or you sell products that are regulated like alcohol or pharmaceuticals, or even if you're selling a product that's based on public domain content, copyright laws are different in different countries. So you have to take these into consideration. So if you are in any doubt as to whether the legality of what you're doing in the country where your website is hosted is different from what you are at home, then the best thing to do is to have a web host in your home country. And you could even go so far as to have your domain registration and credit card processing all in your same country as well, because then it just falls under one jurisdiction. And that's not legal advice, it's just common sense. And the final consideration is if you have your own server and you're just renting the rack space, then obviously you want to make sure that the data center isn't all that far away, so that if there is a problem, you can get in your car and go down and sort it, or get your engineer to go down and sort it. So like I say, for 9 out of 10 people watching this video, location isn't going to be a problem, but if you're the 1 in 10 person, then it's something that you need to consider very carefully. Now, one company that has an excellent reputation and ticks a lot of the other boxes as well is HostGator, which you'll find here at hostgator.com. And it's very simple to sign up with HostGator, and as you can see, their prices aren't too bad